Hi guys, Bobby Gas here. Well, Patrick, the vinyl archivist, started a GoFundMe campaign to get me a scooter that was stolen on me 2 weeks ago. Well, a week and a half ago. Bastards. And looks like I'm a charity case now. You know, I've never asked for nothing from nobody in my entire life. I always went out and worked for whatever I wanted or whatever I needed. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I did ask a couple of times in my life, twice to be exact, for help from somebody, and I needed it desperately, but I was refused, right? And this includes family too, eh? So, I never went around asking anybody because I never expected any help. And you just didn't get it. You help yourself is what you do, right? But sometimes you can't, and you just, you grin and bear it. You live with it, eh? And I was going to have to do that, right? I was in a car accident. I was a passenger in a car accident and it wrecked my spine. 7 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago, and I can't walk no more. I walk if I can walk 40 yards, I'm in big time pain. I'm in pain 24/7 all the time. That's one of the reasons I smoke the medical pot, and I've got what do you call them goddamn pills that everybody's getting addicted to, oxycondins. I got them things, but I don't abuse them, right? They get you constipated if you do. And, the more you use, the less they work, and I need them for pain, so I only take them when it gets really bad. I can't believe Patrick, what he did for me. He run me, like I told him, I tried to start up a GoFundMe thing, because Patrick suggested it, and even said he'd do it. And so I tried to set it up, and I couldn't. I tried a half a dozen times. A couple of times I tried a half a dozen times. I couldn't do it. So Patrick was emailing me, and he requested my phone number, and anyhow, I called him because I called him back because I wasn't in when he called. I was on the balcony. This is a long story, guys. And Patrick run me through the GoFundMe thing. I don't know, it took us maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes or something like that. But, I had to go on StreamYard to share my screen with him because, I had to put in a hearing aid. I mean, I was having problems with my passwords, and, you got to hook up your bank account and this and that. Oh, it was, anyhow, we got through it. And I now have a GoFundMe account, right? I'm going to leave a link to Patrick's video. I mean, I can't believe how, what kind of a kid that is. A few people on the VC, the good ones, right? You got your bad ones too, but the good ones. You get out and about, and meet people, and, you find some pretty good ones. And on YouTube here, man, there's a couple of really precious people, and I mean really precious people. It just ain't me Patrick's helped out, eh? I mean, he sends records, he's got auctions, but he sends freebies to all kinds of people. And even when he wasn't having an auction, I noticed he was sending all kinds of stuff to people, Rach and other people, right? And, yeah. I mean, I've always helped people, even on YouTube here, right? What the hell's her name? His name, Derek? I think it was Derek, a black guy. Got a great collection. But he wanted to get a tuner, stereo tuner for a girl by the name of Maggie. Later on, they got into a fight and they weren't buddies or anything like that. Anyhow, I got a comment out of the guy out of the blue. Would you like to donate to give her to get her a tuner? Well, sure, okay. So I did. I've donated to quite a few people. Sarah, I sent her a box of fishing equipment. She was going to start fishing, and and I sent her a box. Oh shit! You guys know SAC, Black Sabbath? one time he was, last year I think it was, he was commenting. He's always getting in a little bit of trouble, and he's, destitute sometimes, and he left a message on, who was it? One of Jenny's videos, that he was hungry. He hadn't eaten, and he's hungry, and the guy's hungry. So anyhow, I comment to the guy, you got a PayPal account? And he did, so I sent him $100, 100 American. I mean, I've done shit like that my entire life. I mean, when I was a kid, we were a poor family, and I was a sports freak, amongst music and everything else, right? And I didn't have a baseball glove. I used to have to, when I played ball, I'd have to borrow somebody else on the other team's glove, right? And, that wasn't a problem, right? But I wanted my own baseball glove. My dad had a friend who used to be a semi-professional ball player, and he had an old glove from the 1930s with the big thumb, hardly any webbing. It was like it was a mitt. It wasn't a glove, believe me. There was no pocket. Anyhow, he gave me that, and he told me, in the future, anybody needs anything, Bobby, you just pass it on. And so, I thought about it. I was only 11 years old, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought, yeah, man, that's a good way to live life. Helping others sometimes when you can. Don't expect nothing for it. Like bums on the street. The bakers, they're always going, half, well, 3/4 of them are their kids with a coffee cup, right? I don't give them kids nothing. But if I see a wine hound, a real bum, I mean a professional bum, a real guy, not some guy out trying to get change for cigarettes, right? I mean, I'll give that guy money. Yeah, I'm a charity case now. Well, the scooter will get me out again, right? I mean, I'm housebound without it, right? I can't walk. I got the grocery store, the drugstore. I need the damn thing, right? Anyhow, send me some money, really? Fuck, I'm embarrassed about all of this, to be quite frank with you. And what are you gonna do, eh? Life's a bitch. You just deal with whatever the fuck happens. Try to do the best you can, huh? We'll see where this goes. Although, I gotta say though, Patrick doing something like this, there's a lot of great people in the VC. There really, really is, eh? Later, guys. I think that's it.